Hello, today we're going to review past tense, especially pronunciation of regular verbs. Remember that in past tense we have two types of verbs. One is regular verbs and the other one is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs usually have different changes. But now we're going to focus especially on ed endings. Okay? Ed endings are never pronounced as we tend to do it in Spanish, like ed. They are not pronounced like that. They can be pronounced, these two letters will be pronounced like d or id. Okay? Everything will depend on the ending, okay, on the sound of the verb in its end form. This is to say, for example, if the regular verb ends in a voiceless sound, this is to say, a verb that in its ending doesn't have a continuous sound. There is no vibration here. This is the case of, let's say, walk. Okay, walk. When I say walk, I don't say walk. There is no continuity. I say walk. So it stops there, and there isn't any sound in here, no vibration. So then we call it voiceless. A voiceless ending. Walked, walk. And in past, I'm gonna say walked. Okay? Another example of a voiceless sound, it could be jump, because the P ending doesn't have a vibration in here, so then it's voiceless. Let's see. Okay, before writing our ed, we say jump. I don't say, so then it's voiceless. Then I pronounce jumped, walked. See? Okay. Now, when verbs have a voiced ending, example, play, okay? A voiced ending, play, I say voice because there is some vibration here, like E. You can do that exercise, touch and say E, say play. Then the past tense will be pronounced like an E. Played. Okay? Are we okay with that? Let's think of another example of a voiced sound. A voiced sound, we could say, let's say return. I say return. There is some sound, so I say returned. And then I have that D. Returned. And now, when verbs end either in T sound or D sound, one of those endings in their pronunciation, those words are going to be pronounced like ed. Example. Remember that what we see is not what we pronounce, because, let's say, look at this. I'm going to erase. Let's say, if the verb decide, in our Spanish, we might pronounce E, decide, but we pronounce just D, decide. Since it ends in D, we will pronounce as it the past tense. I say decided. And if the verb ends in T, like in there, example, want, I'm going to say wanted. Okay, let's summarize this before practice. This will end, okay, in its infinitive form in a voiceless sound. Voiceless sound ending. Let's call it like that. Remember, voiceless, no vibration here. In here, when we pronounce like the ED, we will say voiced sound ending. Fine? And finally, if we have a T or a D sound ending, we end up pronouncing id. Okay, now I invite you to practice with an exercise.